round of applause. My first cricketing memory is being on the beach with my friends, family members, my mom, just enjoying the environment and just having a good time. Growing up, I would say Ram Narasawa, and I was always a fan of the orange, bandana and the Pepsi commercials, and I just love the way that he batted. I love, the flowing cover drives and the pull shot. I can't say that I've mastered them now, but I'm enjoying it. The first game I remember seeing on TV, I think it was West Indies versus Australia. I think Merv Dillon taking a 5-wicket haul or something like that. Yeah, but it was a long time ago. I was a young boy. The first cricket game I remember going to was my grandfather. He played cricket up in the village, so yeah. Look, I think it was all part of the environment. Like I said, my grandfather played cricket. Everyone in the village. My mom loved cricket. She always encouraged me to watch cricket. She brought me on the beach to play cricket with them. So I think it was a family affair, and I think that's how they got me into cricket. My grandfather, he was a batsman. I know my family, they feel very proud. They've seen me grown over the years. There's been highs, there's been lows. There's been moments where I almost had to stop to pursue an education, but thank God I didn't. And I would think that they're happy right now and proud. A lot of the decisions I had to make around education and cricket, I think it was when I was in 5th form. Obviously, that's where the bulk of the work started, CXC, and I think it was getting a little bit tough, and they wanted me to kind of put it on the back burner and focus on the studies, but I still managed to sneak away and play cricket for my high school. So it worked out pretty well, and I think they're happy for that decision now. Look, I think it's just a matter of managing my emotions. One of the ways that I managed that gap was seeing people that I've played with in Dominica, outside of Dominica. They were able to make it, and I kept telling myself, if they could do it, then so can I. And I think that kept sparking the belief in my ability and and being capable of making it at the top. There were times when it dipped a bit. There were situations where I wasn't able to get into the team over and over. I probably went to Best v Best trials 6 times, and every time I went, there were situations where a selector or the coach would come and say, hey, we didn't select you because of this reason, or we're looking to move in that direction. So, every time that happened, it took a little bit away, but I still didn't waver. I knew that there was a possibility, and I was willing to work hard for it. Yeah, it was tough. I think that's where family and close friends were important, being grounded and knowing that it is possible, and it's important that I stick to the plan, stick to the goal ahead, and just try and stay focused on that goal. The first ODI, I think I was taking part in a Best v Best, and I didn't get selected in that squad. But because of my performances with the bat and the ball, the chairman of selectors, he decided to select me for an ODI against the UAE in Dubai. And I was really happy for it. I mean, I didn't expect it, but I was really happy for the opportunity. There's always a big sense of relief when you've sacrificed so much. You try and keep on the path that you're going and not waver, but definitely it was a big sense of relief because of everything that has been sacrificed. The first person I called was my mom, and she was really happy. She was excited. Like I said, from a young boy growing up, she's one of the first individuals that really introduced me to the sport and kept encouraging me by bringing me to play the sport. So she was really happy and excited for that. Playing your debut against Australia is never easy. It's kind of an intimidating place to play cricket, but also a beautiful place to play cricket. It has such rich history, and to make your debut there, it's a dream come true. It was It was special. It was on the back of a South African 18 tour. I did pretty decent. I think there was a juggle between me and a couple of the guys, and I'm just grateful that I was selected, and then I was able to repay the good faith placed in me. Look, I think he brings clarity. He's very meticulous in how he wants us to prepare, how he goes about things as a coach, and I think he just wants us to enjoy the environment, make sure that we do things our way, and be comfortable in our own skin, and be comfortable in the environment that we have. When I'm not playing, I spend a lot of time in nature. Growing up, I grew up, a lot of greenery, mango trees, everything. So that's something that has stayed with me. Spending time in nature, the waterfalls, on the beaches. I do a lot of reading, so everything to just relax my mind and just calm myself, and always just find a way to reset. Obviously, the win in Australia is one of the biggest things. Playing against Australia in Australia and winning has been amazing, and to win I think it's one of the highlights of my career thus far.
Tell me about that 100 at Trent Bridge.
All right, it was amazing. I think fortunately, I got some good time in the middle in the warm-up game. I also got 100, and I think it was really important that spending time would be critical for myself and the team, and I just keep taking it deep as possible. It was just really good to cross over that bridge. Many times I got close. In the previous story in Australia, I got out on 99 in the warm-up game and then 71 in the test match. So, to really carry over and cross over that line for the team and myself, it was really satisfying. It was brutal. It's not every day that you rock up and you face someone that's bowling 90 miles an hour every single ball. There was one point I made a joke with him. I said, "Hey, I have a wife and kids at home." You always learn something every inning. I'm learning something new and having to implement it. The mental aspect, it's undoubtedly the most important thing. These guys, they always keep coming at you over and over, and it takes a lot of you mentally, physically as well, because of how long the game goes on for. But I think the mental aspect of my game is something that I've worked a lot on, and it is really paying dividend now. So I'm just trying to continue in that vein for the betterment of the team. My friendship with Alec is pretty special. Obviously, we've spent a lot of time off the field, living in Grenada. So just the communication, everything that we do, it just happens so fluid. And, the partnerships that we have is, testimony to that.
I think our relationship is based on how close we are. I think you could see it out in the middle. It's not just two batsmen batting out there. It's actually two friends, and we communicate well together. And most of the times we don't even call when it's a single. It's like we speak through our eyes. He's just Kavem Hodge. And that is all I could say. Because, we back home sometimes we say he work a bit too hard. But, you could see it. That is why he's Kavem Hodge.
A lot of us have played at the under-19 level for our senior team, for our country. So I think everybody knows each other well, and it's just a matter of continuing to build the bond that we already have.